Hi everyone, this is Stephanie Huang from Augment, and today we're going to be walking through how to get started here at Augment. So navigating to our website at augment.market, all you have to do to get started is click our sign up button. So all we have to do is input our information, our email address at .market, and we're going to go check our email to validate it out. All right, so once you've verified, you'll be brought into our basic information to get started. And then it's going to ask you which category do you best fit. This is really more about self-identification. We're just going to say that we are an individual here. And then what brings you to Augment? Either you want to trade, you want to sell, or you want to research a little bit more about private companies. And then it's going to ask you how much you want to buy or sell in a single transaction. This just gives us a sense of size in terms of what you're going to do on the platform. Now it's going to ask you which companies are you interested in trading. Again, we have a whole selection of companies out here. We're just going to choose probably one of the top 3 that we see on our platform. Now this is a really important page here. This is going to ask you, are you an accredited investor? This is a self-certification. Just read through, whatever qualifies you. I'm going to say that yes, I am an accredited investor. And then wrapping up, how did you hear about us? We're just going to say, I heard it from a friend. And do you want to be notified of new investment offerings? Yes. So then it's going to ask you to verify your phone number. We are just going to skip this process right for now. All right, so we just signed up to the platform, but that does not necessarily mean that we're able to make investments quite yet. The first thing you have to do here is to create your investment profile. Right now, because we've done the sign up process, we can take a look at company information, we can look around, but fundamentally we cannot do any trades as of this moment. So let's go and add an investment profile here. Again, this is going to ask you a couple of extra questions that we might have already filled in, but we require this in case you do create multiple investment profiles. So let's identify our profile type. We'll say that I'm an individual. You can obviously see you can sign up as an entity, a financial professional, or even with an IRA account. So we're also able to consume these tax advantaged accounts. I'm going to ask our name again, our address. So we're coming again across accreditation. It's going to ask you one more time, are you an accredited investor? This is really important, and this is probably one of the most important pieces about filling out your information here on Augment. This will determine what offerings you're able to see on our website. So if you say that no, you are not an accredited investor, unfortunately, that means that you're not eligible to view our offerings. Please obviously enter this information as accurately to your personal experiences. We will put that yes, I am an accredited investor. I have a net worth of over $1 million. Excluding my primary residence, either individually or with a spouse, but please choose what is most applicable. This then goes into further accreditation. This is going to be pretty important if this does apply to you, whether you are a qualified client or qualified purchaser. There are investments that are available only to, for example, qualified purchasers and above. So if this does apply to you, I highly encourage you to submit this information. As of now, we're going to just say that we are neither. Further stuff, are you currently employed? What is your employer name? What is your investment experience? And generally, what is your annual income? We also ask for source of funds. Where do you plan on taking these funds in to invest within Augment? What is your investment style and your objective, as well as your current liquidity needs? This is pretty important, right? Are you willing to take significant risks with private market investments on Augment, which are meant to be held long-term? This is just to validate that you understand what you will be investing in here on Augment. We also ask for information around broker-dealer affiliations here, industry affiliations, and political affiliations. Then we just ask that you sign our Augment terms. And then finally, we're brought here to verify your identity. This is an important part of this process. You do have to verify with our third-party partner Persona in order for your investment profile to be reviewed by our compliance team. All right, so jumping into Persona, we're in a sandbox environment here, but let's begin verifying. We're from the United States. And then we'll ask you to upload a photo ID. So let's upload our driver's license. We had a little bit of fun with this one. So obviously this is not me, but one of our colleagues here at Augment. So then we'll require a photo of our face here just to live verify. And so it's verified our identity and we are done. All right, so we just completed our investment profile. Compliance has reviewed it, and we have been approved to start investing on Augment. So reminder here, we're looking at our staging environment. So all of this information here is more for informational purposes and is not any live deals. So this is our collective page. This is where you can see our live deals that we offer here at Augment. A couple of different buttons that you can go into, looking at our deal terms first and foremost, right? This is a quick look into what we're offering if you were to make an investment, for example, into OpenAI, but you can also click into the company. So here on the company page, you can learn a little bit more about OpenAI. We provide information on where this company is based, a brief description, as well as their last round valuation and share price. We also give you kind of historical valuations as well as an FAQ. What's most important though is how do we actually invest in OpenAI? So we'll choose our investment profile that we just created and that was approved, as well as going into the workflow here. So this is going to be similar to the deal terms that we viewed before, but we actually have the ability to note how much do we want to buy. So let's say I want to put in 150 units for OpenAI. This is going to automatically calculate based on the price that we set, as well as any sort of fee that we're going to be charging. So you'll see this all up front when you make this investment. You just need to validate with us that you understand this is a non-binding reservation and the allocation amount that you are willing to pay, as well as that you are making this reservation on behalf of yourself or the investment profile that you chose. So once you've submitted your indication of interest, you'll be prompted here to review our purchase agreement. This is effectively where we need you to confirm that you have read these documents, the subscription and series agreement, as well as understand that your investment is not complete until you fund your commitment within 3 business days or before the funding deadline, whichever is sooner. You also need to attest that you understand that private markets are risky, speculative, and potentially illiquid. So now that that's completed, we basically ask that you wire your committed amount to finalize your investment with OpenAI. You can view our wire instructions here where we provide that information. And then once you've submitted that and your funds have been wired over to us, we will match that against what you have committed to us and notify you when your funds have been received. You can track the status of your investment here by going into your portfolio and seeing what's pending funding. You'll also be able to review where your documents have been signed, as well as download any for your own records.